leave a mark on her, like, you know, like, I could go fuck some bitch and never see her again and not care, you know, it's a lot different.
Just by looking at this guy, the way he dresses, the way he looks, just by hearing him and the things he says, is he someone that you think is worth taking seriously? That he's someone who comes with good character? If you said no, you are no longer a beginner, at least figuring out which men are not worth your time. But if you said, well, I need to get to know him and see where it goes, then you do not know how to weed men out. And you for sure are one of those women who waste their time on these losers and then cries right after that he broke your heart. These type of guys are my favorite because honestly, they're not actors. They will show you right away who they are, what they think, what they're about. And even a beginner should be able to look at them and say, this guy's gonna waste my time. Even the most stupid woman out there should be able to look at him and say right away, this is not a guy that I would want to associate with. Before I continue the video, I really want to point out that these are my personal opinions and views, and I really think that people who want to have kids in the future should take everything that I'm saying in this video seriously.
We have an open relationship, so...
I'm allowed to cheat.
No, it's not like that.
Look, I have no idea who these two people are, but just judging based on what I see and the vibe I'm feeling here, you can tell the girl is not about this whole open relationship thing. She has feelings for the guy, so she's willing to do whatever she needs to do for him to be pleased, even if it's not something she agrees with. The title open relationship is used just for women to feel better. Women love titles, so why should the guy tell her, no, you know what, I'm single and I'm going to cheat on you while you have to stay faithful to me? Because that's basically their arrangement here. Why would he tell her that? Because what kind of woman wants to hear the truth? What kind of a woman wants to accept the fact that she's single, but she has to be faithful at the same time, while he goes off and does everything? That's why men give women titles. Oh, you know what, we're in an open relationship. All of a sudden now she feels a bit better and is willing to agree into some weird arrangement that she doesn't even benefit from. And the best thing about this guy, like I mentioned before, that he's not even an actor. He's not even trying. He straight up told her in the video that you just saw that he's basically cheating on her. He said, I am cheating on her. I can cheat on her. And she's still denying it. She's like, no, it's not like that. Deep down, she knows and feels that this is off and unfair, this little agreement that they have there. But again, for feelings and some titles, women will let men do anything.
What do you mean open?
Like, she basically, like, we fuck bitches together type shit.
So he can sleep with all a woman with you.
Yeah, with me.
Can you sleep with another man?
No.
You know, I'm not going to lie, like, the fact that men can straight up tell women this, like, you're gonna be faithful to me, but I'm gonna go off and sleep with whoever I want, is surprising to me, and surprising how many, like, women will actually accept that. Because first off, as a woman, you don't benefit from it at all. Second, you're not in a position where you have to accept this either. Like, this generation we're living in, we're able to be independent, we have money, we can, you know, like, it's not hard to find another guy either. You don't need to be attractive nowadays to find another guy. It's not like it was back then. So truthfully, I do not believe that there's any money involved. I don't believe that she's doing this for his money. Based on the vibe and everything I'm getting, she's doing this for the feelings, and she feels that this is something that she needs.
Into the details, like, but it's a lot different, bro. Like, a guys, bro, like, I could go fuck a girl and then forget who she is the next day. For girls, it's like emotional type shit. Like, it's not like girls can just go fuck a guy. She's gonna like leave a mark on her. Like, you know, like, I could go fuck some bitch and never see her again and not care. You know, it's a lot different. Like, to be honest.
This is the manipulation that men love giving women. A guy won't get emotional after getting laid, but a woman would. Prostitutes don't get emotional over men that they sleep with. There's plenty of women out there having one night stands and they're not catching feelings. So what is this whole emotional bullcrap he's speaking of? Are the women that are sleeping with him, you know, also catching feelings for this loser? Because I don't understand. Men like this do not care about you. They will be the fastest to leave you. They do not respect you. He's talking about emotions, but does he even care about hers? You guys see in the video for yourself. The way she talks, the body language, it's giving me she's trapped. She does not seem confident at all with the decision she's making with him. I promise you, if they sleep with another woman together, she will get extremely upset. She will be jealous. and she will not be able to get over it. I can just tell just by her vibe, the way she's speaking. I just know. And I promise you, this guy behind closed doors probably tells her that all men are like him, all men think like him, all men want what he wants. So she may as well just accept it. And really, just listen to him talk. I don't know how she admires that. The whole him using the word bro and using the F word. These are the type of men you go for when you're stupid with no experience and are still in high school. And even back then, I was still smarter and never fell for these type of men. It's sad to see that this video is public for everyone to see. I don't know if she has a father and a mother in her life, but I'm sure if they were to see this, they would be extremely upset and even trust her a lot less with the decisions she makes in life. The man you choose to take seriously says everything I need to know about you. It's also unfortunate because if she was to grow up, okay, let's say she starts using her brain and says, you know what, I want a man that takes me seriously. If he was to ever run into this video, the only way she could save herself is to admit that she was young and dumb and it never happened, like she never went through with it or whatever, and she left him right away. Not sure if that would help her. Or she could just straight up, best thing I would say is it was all acting and it was all fake and she's never about that life. Because truthfully, if she was to go through with it and another guy sees that, not only will he look at her differently, he won't respect her the same way, and maybe he would even get jealous of the guy and expect her to do the same thing for him. It's very hard for me to understand open relationships. It's very hard for me in general to support what I don't understand. I don't understand open relationships. I don't see how a person can have feelings for someone and be okay to share with them or be okay to watch them get hurt while they're like sleeping with someone else. I very strongly believe that everyone that has an open relationship is either trapped and doing it because they have feelings for the other person or because both partners simply do not have feelings for each other. Another thing that the girl needs to think about is, even though it's all fun and games or whatever for now, what will she do if she was to get pregnant or another woman that he ends up sleeping with ends up getting pregnant? Like, what is the plan after that? I've mentioned before in like my previous videos that I knew somebody who did this whole open relationship thing. And I noticed that it's a very popular thing in America, I guess. But not only did she have a child with this guy, she was sick of having her child see him bringing other women into the house. So she left with that child to a different country. And even now that she's in a different country, she's working minimum, paying for everything herself, and he's not helping her. He's having the time of his life sleeping with other women in America while she's struggling feeding the child with her minimum wage, and the child, like, she's trying to get the child everything that it needs. And I ask her all the time, every time that I see her, I'm like, are you not tired of this life? Are you not tired of being alone? You're raising a child by herself. Like, it's very difficult. It's very lonely. Are you not feeling alone? And even though she agrees that she feels that way, she said herself she's not even able to meet with other men because she's constantly working. She's constantly having to take care of the child. She can't even leave because she needs some kind of babysitter, which again costs a lot of money, and we're currently in a very expensive country. So, you know, who benefited from this situation? Well, the man that she did her open relationship thing with is living his life in America, not having to care for anything, working and keeping his money to himself. She has to work hard, can barely provide the child to live in a good neighborhood, because it's expensive out here. Like, even paying rent is expensive. You know, she doesn't have any help. What was all of that for? Was it really worth it? What future did you set up for this child? It doesn't even have a father. She's a sweet little girl. Truly, I feel bad. And I hope she never falls for her mother's footsteps. I hope she learns from her mistakes and actually creates a better future for herself. But it's just sad. And I look at the little girl and truly, like, I'm like, you really don't deserve this. Like, this is not the life you deserve. To end this video, and this is a very hard truth, a lot of women won't like to hear what I'm about to say right now, but it's very easy to tell how smart a woman is based on who she chose to have her kids with. Because having kids is one of the toughest things you're going to do. It's one of the most serious things you're going to do out there. And if you're not able to weed out men to make sure that they can actually provide a good life and, you know, actually be there for your child, you are the reason why your child won't get to experience what it's like to have a good father in their life. And this will really affect the men that they choose. The best thing you can do at this point is to learn from your mistakes and do everything and anything you can to make sure that they don't follow your footsteps, that they have a better future, and that they become smarter with who they choose to have their future kids with.
So when you see him inside another woman, that doesn't like.
No, it hasn't happened yet. So
Well, I'm
But-
allowed. I'm allowed to though.
yeah, but I have to be there.